Hey everyone, welcome to the full stack testing and GitOps workshop. And I'm Karthik, your host for today, and I'm a community manager here at Confab. And we keep bringing to you amazing meetups and fun quizzes so that you can upskill yourself. Agenda for today is that first we have a wonderful session for you, followed by a fun quiz. And yes, I'm reading the comments. Yes, Rama, the session has just started. So we'll be starting the session shortly in the next 2 to 3 minutes. All right. So until we start the session, as I said, there is a fun quiz after the session. So you can find the link to the quiz in the description of this YouTube video, and it will also be pasted in the live chat. So as I was mentioning, we have a wonderful session for you. And without any further delay, I will bring our expert speaker on the stage, Jaap, senior developer advocate at Harness. Hey, Jaap.
Hello. Thanks for the great introduction.
Yes. So, yep, we all are really excited today, and we would like to know a little about yourself and the topic and the workshop that you're going to uh, give us.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, before I start with the slides, then uh, yeah. So the idea of today is that because we've been running this tournament session for the last couple of weeks. I presume that most people here are aware of that happening. Um, what we wanted to do is give people the experience, the opportunity to actually have hands-on with a product and see what it would take to get your application to run in a CI pipeline, and that's what we'll be covering today. And the way we're going to do that is I'll talk a bit about the concept. So I'll explain what the MERN stack is. I'll talk about CI in general, but also what CI means for Harness. And after that, I'll go over a demo in which I'll show you and guide you through the process of deploying the MERN app, getting it running in your local environment, and then what it takes to get it up and running in Harness. And the neat thing about that is that there is swag. So I always like getting new T-shirts or stickers and stuff like that. So the idea here is that if you manage to get to the workshop, we have a form that you can sign up, and we'll get a T-shirt shipped over to you. So that's to entice you a little bit. And with that, let's switch over to some slides. Let's see. Share.
Could you please share your screen? Yeah.
Yep, that's what I'm about to do.
Okay.
How does this work in regards to resolution? Is this fine?
Yeah, this is fine.
Okay, great. Yeah, with that out of the way, I'll be monitoring the chat as well. So if you have any questions during the session, feel free to drop it in chat. If I miss it, I'll get back to it. I'll get back to it later. So with that, let's dive into it. So I've already talked a bit about what we are going to be covering today. So I'll give a brief introduction about myself to give you a bit of context of where I come from and what kind of questions you can ask me. So my name is Jaap, not a very typical English name. I'm based out of Amsterdam, and I'm a senior developer advocate at Harness. So basically, that means I get to do cool stuff with code, and I get to meet you folks. So do take the time to either introduce yourself, ask a question. I'm happy to answer anything within my very limited capabilities. So what I do is I like to speak. Coding is something that I like to do. I do it in a bunch of languages. I wouldn't call myself a programmer, but I know my way around GitOps, and I've gotten a fair bit. And I have a keen interest in cloud automation. Any cloud. I don't have any particular preference, but I'm most familiar with Azure, and after that AWS. And of course, CI/CD and all the software delivery goodness. So that's it about me. So I already went over this in the pre-chat. So we're going to talk a bit about what the MERN stack is, just very basic, and then we'll go over CI, what it means for Harness. Then I'll give a demo of what we can do with the MERN stack, and I'll explain a little bit more how it works with the guide, where you can access it, and I'll also share all these links in chat. Cool. So no questions. So I'll keep on rolling. So the MERN stack, for those of you who are unaware, it's a stack based on MongoDB, and the components also spell out the acronym, as is often the case with stacks like this. So we use MongoDB as the backend. The server side, we use Node.js and Express, and the front end is done with React. Pretty straightforward. I know a lot of people are always opinionated about stacks. For me, they're just a means to an end to get the job done. So this is what we've built our demo app on, and we'll go into details about that in a little bit. So let's talk a bit about CI and what CI means. What CI means in the Harness world, but also in the greater software delivery world. Cool. For the people in the chat, just to see if anyone's paying attention, does anyone know which city this is? And while I wait for answers on that one, let's talk a bit about what is broken with CIs today. I would say everything is broken, but there's always, in the software world, there's always room for improvement. I won't go over all the details on this slide, but one of the major challenges is actually troubleshooting something when a CI pipeline doesn't complete successfully. I've seen it fail for many reasons. Sometimes it's because something got messed up in the code, or there's some kind of version incompatibility, but other times it can also just be that the platform itself failed and there's nothing you can do, and you end up wasting cycles on trying to troubleshoot your own pipeline. Well, it's in fact not your pipeline that failed, but it was the other reasons outside of your control. Second one I would like to highlight is the build cycles can take quite some time. I've worked on projects with thousands and thousands of tests, and there's always optimization you can do there, and parallelization, try to run as many at the same time and get a beefier and beefier server. But once your project reaches a certain scale, then there should be more intelligence behind it when running the tests. And the idea of tests is, of course, to make sure that any changes to your code get validated against all the different kind of tests that we have, all the different tests that are available in that are available in your test suite. But by doing that in a slightly smarter way, checking what has changed in your code, and then running the test based on what part of the code is changed, that can significantly reduce the amount of time it takes to run those tests. And that is one of the key and one of the cool features that we can do with Harness CI. The nice thing about it is also that it becomes more of a self-service kind of approach. So what it means is there's a lot of options for RBAC, so we can ensure that developers get the rights they need to be able to get their job done, and when they don't have it, they can go to an approval workflow to ensure that the deployment can actually be deployed with X amount of failures, or it should be checked by a senior dev or the QA team or the manager, depending on the size of the team, of course. The simple and smart was test intelligence. So that is the functionality that allows you to go over smartly select which tests from the test suite should run for based on the changes in the code. Editing inside of GUI is also a possibility. There's a YAML editor available, but if you're more comfortable with a GUI, we have a pretty sweet GUI as well to build out your pipelines. My preferred approach is usually to the first or the second time I'm building something, I will use GUI to ensure that everything that I understand the concepts well, that everything works the way I want it, and then the moment I know how to configure it, then I'll create either the YAML myself, or I create some kind of helper function to generate the YAML so I can replicate those pipelines. Or you can just set it up as a template, and then whenever you require a new pipeline, you can use it right away. Sweet. So some of the concepts I already mentioned, that RBAC is a big part. Of course, important. It sounds very enterprisey, but there's actually a lot of benefits to it as well in smaller teams, because it allows you to do less handholding with your junior developers, make sure that they have the access they need, that they can access the repositories, the code, they can actually push to their respective branches. But once something is going to hit production, that there's always an extra pair of eyes. And it's of course possible to do that with informal workflows outside of the product, but it's just it's an extra safety feature there. Personally, I always used to be I used to always want to have like the most access that you can have, be an admin, so you can change everything. You have root access. Whenever something doesn't go your way, you can just do it anyway. Nowadays, I'm erring on the side of caution. I'm like, if I don't need admin rights, then don't give me admin rights, because if I don't want to be the person breaking production. And I think in some sense we've all been in a situation like that, where an accidental change to code, or flipping a switch in an interface, or just misclicking and accidentally taking down production is something that we should strive to avoid. And RBAC, aside from the auditing capability, also simplifies that. Another one that I particularly like, and also something that is very, very important, is of course secrets management, because still too often I see people I see people just plain text passwords in files or connection strings or API tokens, and with the amount of scanners that are active on all public open source repositories, it's quite a dangerous thing to do. So another question for the chat. Base64 encoding, is that a safe way to store your credentials? I'll see the answers in the chat in a little bit, and I'll get back to it in about 2 slides to give you something to think about. Oh, I get a comment that the video quality is blurry. Is that the case, Kartik?
No, Jaap. It could be the internet issue from the user side.
Okay, perfect. Glad to hear that. Sorry about that. So yeah, let's go over some of the answers of the question about the encoding. So base64 is indeed reversible. It's basically just shifting it to a different language. It's no more secure than using an obfuscated font because you can decode it right away. Too many people still make that mistake. And I see that a bunch of you had it correct that the picture was indeed taken in Amsterdam. It's my hometown, and I like taking photos there. So to go further into the encryption encoding side of things, I got a comment that that salt-based is better, salt-based than hashed, probably. But I think having a proper secrets management solution is probably going to be the best in most cases. And we have it integrated in the Harness platform as well as support for external secrets vaults, like the big cloud providers like Azure Key Vault, HashiCorp Vault, the AWS alternative for that one. So enough about Harness, and let's talk a bit about the actual workshop, because slides are all fun, but even I get sick of hearing myself talk. So let's go over some of the concepts of the workshop. Before we get into that one, just to give you an idea of what we are going to do here. Let's see, can I copy these? No, I'll copy them in the chat in a little bit. So the idea is we're going to share all the repositories with you. You can start it, you can fork it, sign up for Harness, go through the guide, and create a CI pipeline for the MERN stack. And then we have a form, which is in the bottom right corner, and you can get a Harness shirt for your participation. I mean, it's almost weekend, so thank you for joining me at this time. And with that, we're going to go over to the demo and see how this actually works. So. Cool. So first things first, I'll up the font a bit. If the font is not big enough, just let me know in chat, and then I'll make it even bigger. So here we have the MERN stack sample app. It's in Harness apps. the link I'll share in chat. Let's see. I can. It seems like I can't share the link. I'll share it in private chat so Kartik can share it, or anyone else. So what we have here is the merge stack. So that is based on the stack that we described earlier. So we use MongoDB, Express, React, and Node. And the installation of this is pretty self-explanatory. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go to these steps and see what it takes to actually get this up and running. So the first thing I do is I'll just copy the URL, open up my console, as big as I can. And we have the full stack testing. The first thing, we'll clone the repository. Get into it. And not sure it's entirely clear. So the things we need to do is we need to install, and afterwards we're going to first start the server and then start Yarn. So with that, let's switch back. So we go into server, go install, get our packages, and then go to client. And we're doing it live, so you're going to experience all my typos. I'm glad to hear that the video quality is better now. Sweet. So now we want to run it. Let's see, all we have to do is yarn start. There we go. Then extra console open and running. This one's a little bit small, but I'm just going to both the client and the server. There we go. So we can see we have it up and running now. So to see that this is actually working, we can see we have the front end. We're getting some data here. This data is pulled from MongoDB. We didn't install that one. We just had the client and the server running here. The MongoDB server is elsewhere. We'll do create record, and we'll add a timestamp. And we look here, we still see the 6th of May. Because we don't sort it, or we sort it a different way. And I always mess up ascending and descending, so I'm not going to attempt to say so. And we can see here that it has successfully added an entry, and I did one earlier today as well. And it's Central European summertime, so that is me. And well, I'm IPv6 number 1. So that was the first step here, and the second part of it is going to be, let's see, it's going to be the guide to getting this all set up in within Harness. And I could walk you through the entire process, but I think it's a little bit more engaging if that is something that is done on your own. So we have all the links here. So more information about the merge stack. The link to the merge stack is also in the document. Things you'll need to get started with this. a Harness account, a GitHub account, and a Docker Hub account for uploading the images. So the idea here is that we're going to go to Harness. We're going to create a CI pipeline, and that's what we'll go over here. Create a pipeline. We'll wait for it to provision, or rather, you'll wait for it to provision. One side note is that you'll need a personal access token on GitHub. The links to that are also provided. And you can choose GitHub, but you could also go for any of the others. So GitLab or Bitbucket are also options. And you fork the repository. Select the repository. We'll go over the execution. You'll get the test MERN server up. We have to do a connector type. So in this case, we'll go for the Docker registry, which is why you need a Docker Hub account. And we enter all the details. And of course, we also need a token here. So we will securely store that rather than put it inside our script. So it's, as you can see here, the Harness built-in secret manager is used here. If you already have a secret manager, then you can, of course, also connect that to it. I mean, bonus points for effort there. And need to make sure that everything is there. And then if we get back green, verification is good, and we're now able to connect to Docker Hub. Of course, we need to get the tests in there because we want to properly test our code. The tests in the MERN stack at the moment are quite minimal. It just validates if there are entries in the database. So it's more of an integration test than a unit test. But we went for simplicity over functionality here. If you have some great ideas of for different different tests, we're always open to pull requests or issues on the repository. And if you went through this, and we'll do this outside of after this session. I made sure to leave some time there, so you have time to complete this, or you can do it at any other point in time. And yes, the workshop doc will be shared, and I'll share that in chat now. Let's see. Let's get back to the deck. Here we are. I think I'll need to open other PowerPoint so I can copy paste. So I can't code in the chat directly, so I'll need to rely on the assistants here. I put two links in there. One is to share to get to the documentation, and the other one we haven't discussed yet. It's a Google form. It's basically recording your email address, your name, your GitHub account, and if you've successfully run a pipeline or not successfully ran a pipeline, then you'll be able to upload a file here and post a screenshot or anything that gives us some idea that you've managed to successfully go to these steps. Cool. Let's get back into it. So the idea is we start a repo, fork the repo, sign up, go to the guide. The links are in chat right now. And if you have successfully completed this, fill out the form. And with that, the one last thing I would like to share is that if you're interested in these kind of concepts, one of the things that we also offer at Harness is Harness University. Let me get back into that one. And you can go over either product, you can certification, you can go over different goals. Sorry, I'll zoom in again. And we can see that we have for developers, DevOps, SecOps, SREs. There's all different paths available, so it depends on how you'd like to learn. There's also going to be on-demand webinars that you can go over. And what we have coming up in collaboration with Harness University is we'll be doing more in-depth workshops like today's workshop to get you up to speed with specific products because software delivery is huge, of course. So there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential topics from chaos engineering to cloud cost control, feature flags. It all depends what you find interesting. And with that, so I think this should be pretty self-explanatory. So what we've covered today, we went over the very, very basics of the MERN stack because we don't need to know too much about the underlying technologies in order to be able to use it, which is great. Can always learn more. The links are also inside the document. Talked a bit about CI, what it means in the harness world, what our vision is there. We learned about Harness CI specifically, and I shared the workshop guide. And with that, if there's still any open questions at the moment, I'll be happy to take them. If at any point later on you would like to get in touch with me, my Twitter handle is Jaap_Brasser. And if you want something easier, you can also just reach me at my first name at harness.io is my email address. So there's plenty of options there. So I'd say I give it about a minute before I hand it over to Kartik for the quiz. Are you running the quiz, Kartik?
Oh, sorry, I was talking on mute.
No problem. Happens to me
Yeah,
all the
that
time.
was yeah. So yeah, that was an amazing session, Yap. If as Yap said, if you have any questions for him, please feel free to post them in this live chat, or we've provided his socials on in the description of this YouTube video. You can also reach out to him. He will be more than happy to help you. And yes, let's wait for some time, Yap, if
Yep.
we have questions. And uh, until then, like for all of you who have, this is your first time attending this session. This is the last meetup of the harness, initiative, and we also had a tournament. We had multiple quizzes. We had like amazing prizes for the tournament, and last time during the quiz we hadn't announced the tournament winner, so we are going to announce the tournament winner now. So the tournament winner for the whole harness tournament was Rohit Handa, and he has won Apple Watch. So congratulations, Rohit, to you. And we keep organizing such uh, fun quizzes for you guys. So stay connected with us. You can also follow our social handles, and don't forget to check out Harness. The links will also be pasted in the live chat.
And yeah, I have another contact option because it's always better to have more ways to reach out.
Hmm.
So I've shared the link with you for community.harness.io. At the top, there's a button to join the community Slack, and that's probably the easiest and fastest way to reach me if you're not on Twitter.
Super. So we've also pasted the Slack link in the live chat for you guys. You can join and also connect with Yap there. Okay, there doesn't seem to be any questions, Yap.
Yeah.
So yes, I think your workshop was very comprehensive and amazing, Yap.
Mhm.
And they will surely reach out to you.
Excellent. Oh, it's been a pleasure. It's always nice to be able to be able to share something like this. And of course, congratulations to Rohit. That's a nice watch. I enjoy it myself as well. So
Oh yes, yes. So thank you for such an amazing session, Yap. And we will be beginning with the quiz. Everyone, we also have a post meetup quiz. The questions will also be, based on this session. So the link is already pasted, but we'll paste again in this live chat, so you can register there too. Um, with that, like this, we have come to an end with this today's meetup, and stay on this live stream as this will be used for the quiz. Yeah, if you're there,
yeah, I'm here.
yes. So thanks again, Yap, and have a nice day ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you too. It's been a pleasure working with you. I hope we can do some future projects as well.
Yeah, surely, Yap. All
Cool.
right, bye. So hey everyone, hope you've registered for the quiz. Pasting the quiz link again. Make sure you have registered on QuizUp. We'll be starting with the quiz shortly. So before we go ahead with our quiz, let me tell you some rules and guidelines, some do's and don'ts of the quiz. So for a smooth experience on this platform that is QuizUp, we recommend you to use either Google Chrome or Safari, and we request you to not be on VPN that would affect your bandwidth. You may face some issues and lags. Also, if by chance if you get dropped and you rejoin, you will be allowed to play, but from the next question onwards. And do not refresh your screen unless and until it is very, very important. The top five winners of this today's quiz will be getting a gift voucher worth 200. Right, so we'll be starting in 1 to 2 minutes. Share it in your network, guys. It's a amazing, opportunity to win and upskill. All right. So we will be starting with the quiz. Let's say, how about exactly in 2 minutes at 5:45? Also, please let us know how was the workshop, how was the session, and how was the quiz as well in this live chat. All right. So yes, put your gaming hats on, everyone, because the first question will soon be on your screen. All right. The time is up for the first question, and correct answer was express route, and around 63% of you have answered it correctly. Moving on to the second question. The time is up, and the correct answer was both CI and CD. Around 46% of you answered it correctly. Moving on to the third question. All right, the time is up, and the correct answer was false. As you can see, all the questions are harness specific and based on this meetup. If you would like to upskill yourselves, do check out harness, the GitHub repo also that Jaap had provided. Also, I see a comment by Shreya, like, what is the deadline for uploading the Munstack t-shirts from? So, Shreya, actually, we don't have any idea. You could reach out to Jaap on Slack or LinkedIn or Twitter. You can find his, social in this description of this YouTube video or in the live chat as well. Going to the fourth question. The time is up, and the correct answer was all components. 76% of you answered it correctly. All right, so let's go to the fifth question. We are halfway to the quiz through the quiz. All right, so the time is up, and correct answer to this question was a CI platform, and 35% of you answered it correctly. All right, so we are halfway through the quiz, and the next five questions ultimately will decide who will be the top five winners. Also, I see some comments on LinkedIn. So, Tanvi, could you please paste the quiz link on LinkedIn chat as well? Also, we'll also go to the sixth question now. The time is up, and the correct answer was 100 to 200, and 16% of you answered it correctly. On the leaderboard, Govardhan Giri is at the first position, Paras is at the second, Arnab is at the third position, Kedarnath is at fourth, and King Saturthi is at fifth position. Going ahead to the seventh question now. Hey Miraz, I think you are asking for the Mernstack form link, right? I'm pasting it again in this live chat. for those who have missed it. So do fill the form and get the swag. The time is up, and the correct answer is false. And with this, we'll go to the next question. Just three questions remaining now, and it will soon be on your screen. Right, so the time is up. The correct answer was 2005. Git was released in 2005, and around 46% of you have answered it correctly. And on the leaderboard, again, we have Govardhanagiri at the first position. So just two questions to go. The second last question of this quiz will soon be on your screens. The time is up. The correct answer was true. Around 80% of you have answered it correctly. All right, just one question to go, everyone. All the best. And the 10th question will be on your screen soon. The time is up. Correct answer was false, and around 32% of you have answered it correctly. All right, so with this, we have come to an end with this quiz, and the top five winners of this quiz will be reached out to through email over the weekend, or on Monday or Tuesday. You'll be reached out to through email, and thank you guys for joining this session. Let us know how you found this session. If you would like to have join more such sessions, do follow our LinkedIn and Twitter handles. The link will be pasted here in the live chat and also in the description of this YouTube video. You can follow us and stay updated with our community events. And with that, we'll conclude today's workshop. And again, I'll regarding prizes, I'll repeat that all the winners of today's quiz, the top five who will be on the leaderboard, will be reached out to through email and will be given the gift cards. So once again, thank you all for joining, and have a wonderful day ahead.